Guys, what's happening? I'm Billy Wingrove, he's Jeremy Lynch, and we are the F2.
And you're watching Talk Norwich City.
Pow.
Hey, what's going on, guys? At Talk Norwich City here, back for my preview of the Norwich City versus Bournemouth game that's coming up this Saturday. It's a massive game for both sides. The problem is with this game is that both teams need, and all of their fans sort of expect them to win. When you're a newly promoted side, your objective at the start of the season is always to beat the fellow newly promoted side. So for in our case, it's going to be beating Bournemouth and Watford both times. In Bournemouth's case, it's going to be beating Watford and Norwich both times. So both fans go into this game expecting a win. Now that's never going to end well, because that's obviously not going to be the case, and some set of fans is going to be sent away a bit disappointed with how the outcome goes. So obviously Bournemouth have had a good start to the season. You know, Callum Wilson has obviously got most of the media's sort of highlights because of that hat-trick he scored, and what a great hat-trick it was. We all know what Bournemouth are capable of, probably better than anyone else. We saw the way they played last season, but luckily we actually done quite well against them. We got 4 points out of a possible 6. And I know Bournemouth have probably strengthened since then, but we have to keep that in the back of the minds and know that we're capable of beating Bournemouth, who the media think are pretty much God's gift, don't they? So, Bournemouth team news, obviously Tyrone Mings and Max Gradle are both out for pretty much the season, which is horrible news for them. Even Tyrone Mings being an ex-Ipswich player, it's never nice to see a player out for the whole season. You know, this is their career we're talking about. That can't be nice, and you know, an £8 million move, Bournemouth fans must be a bit frustrated as well. There's nothing they can do. As well as Max Gradle, you know, another big name signing, he's out for the season. I suppose that gives us the upper hand. That's very harsh to say, but two great players, they're out for the season. You know, that's good news for us, obviously not for Bournemouth fans. So that's a good thing to start off with. Obviously Callum Wilson is probably their danger man. Let's not forget that he nearly signed for us way back in, 2 years ago, when it was either Lewis Grabban or Callum Wilson. We went for Lewis Grabban. That probably backfired a bit on us. So that's not great, but you know, we're going into this game off the back of a very disappointing defeat against Southampton, and also a pretty disappointing deadline day. So it was kind of good that we've had the international break. We've kind of forgotten about that Southampton game. I can't really remember what happened. It was a blur, really. No, I can't remember what happened. It was horrible. But that's forgotten now. We've had sort of 2 weeks of international break. A lot of our players went out and had very successful international breaks. You can check out my international roundup if you don't know what happened to our players. Kyle Lafferty, by the way, had a stormer. So that's good news. We're going into this game a bit more upbeat than what we probably would have done if it was straight after that Southampton game. But let's not forget there is massive pressure on us as well. Alex Neil has started to get some, people not doubting him slightly. Some people saying he's inexperienced, all of that crap. Personally, I still have massive faith in Alex Neil. Probably a bit too much. I think Alex Neil is capable of huge things with Norwich City, and as a person himself, I think he'll go on to have a fantastic management career, and he started it very well as well. I think the Southampton game was a blip. I think deadline day didn't go as well as we wanted to, but it wasn't disastrous as well. We've got some good players in. Let's not forget we've got options now as well. We've got Matt Jarvis, who's a decent Premier League player, and we've got Mbakani, who's fairly unproven, but we think he can do a job. So if it's going wrong, if Brady's not playing well, or if Jerome's not playing well, we've got players that can come on and change the game. That's what we didn't have before. We didn't really have that impact player who could come on and really change a game. So that's exciting. I'm a bit nervous for this game, I must admit, because there's so much expectation lying on it. I know if we lose, there's going to be a massive fan meltdown. All I'm saying to anyone watching this is if we do lose or if we do draw, the season isn't over. Bournemouth are a good side, and we're going through a bit of a sort of transitional period at the moment. We've got a few new players in. Alex Neil's come under a bit of stick from a few fans. It's not all ideal at Norwich City, but it's certainly not bad at all. We're doing well. We've had a good start to the season. We've got some cracking players in. We've got players who care about the team, and that's all that really matters. I think we will get something from this weekend. I think Alex Neil will really get his players fired up. I think the players on the pitch have to prove themselves. If they do prove themselves, if they play to their utmost capacity, I think we'll do well. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm really excited to see that our new signings, if they do make an appearance, probably not going to start, but we'll see them probably for a substitute appearance maybe. But I'm excited. Bournemouth, we know are a good side. We can't underestimate them. It's always very easy with your fellow promoted teams to sort of go, that's 3 points. This is Bournemouth. They're a good side. We've got to be wary of them. But we can't respect them too much either. Let's not forget, we're a good side. They're probably fearing us. They're a bit nervous. They need 3 points. We need 3 points. It's going to be a cracking encounter. I've bigged this game up so much, it's probably going to end 0-0 and be very boring. But I'm going for a 2-1 Norwich. I'm confident. I think we've got some good players. We've got a great manager. We've had a good start to the season. This is where our season kick-starts, hopefully. Let me know your score predictions in the comments below. Leave it a like, hit subscribe. It's free. Please do it. It helps me out big time. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.